Goonies gangs, I hope you guys have a fantastic day. You already know it is pretty big, and for anyone who doesn't know what Goonies is, it is an NFT that has been shown as a classic alpha, and a lot of people wanted to go into it. And this is the many NFTs that actually get released and just dies down after the release. They released it yesterday, and it was a very good amount. It had 150,000 followers on Twitter, and a lot of people were backing it up. A lot of people were saying that it might be a new blue chip. Mainly big influencers were saying about this. It got huge and a lot of videos, a lot of good tweets about it. Basically, what happened was it dropped, and it was just a complete terrible thing. It had a very high gas fees on the Ethereum network. People on the whitelist couldn't mint it. Um, they were sold out, and basically the code was very bad. They did a good job to look at it and have engagement. They had a lot of following. Everyone loved the arts of Goonies. It's like a 3D duck. It was very detailed. However, this kind of unprofessional project, they're always, yeah, they're not professional at all. And what happens is I saw a sign that this project wasn't professional. They asked a question on one of the tweets. This one was like, you can only have one NFT. What would it be in the comments? And someone said hate beast, and they just said trash. And you're not likely as a project become very professional if you're gonna say something like this. So they were giving away. It was a whitelist for an NFT, and something you are not supposed to say being a professional. That was happened. And then that was actually the first time I was already seeing that this might be a little bit weird. This is just not a professional thing to do on a NFT project, especially now these days. Now there are so many rug pulls. NFT is almost synonymous as a scam for people who don't know what an NFT is. This doesn't really help. Well, that was the first reason where I was like, this is not good. The second was the following. It didn't come from other people saying this is so good. It came from two things. The number one was their own hype. So it's Goonie Gang said we are amazing, where's this, but that. Basically they brought it up as their own hype. So people like feared of not being on their train, being in the club. So that actually also suggested that if you don't have third parties saying about this, it's not really professional. And everyone is like, Goonie Gang's strong, we're a family, we're never a family. It's just BS stuff that they say just to lure people in. And projects like these, they also have a lot of invisible friends. We're gonna make interfaces. They don't post like how good the art is, let's go, do this, do that. What they have to do is let the community decide basically what is cool. Second thing, what I noticed, a lot of influencers were talking about it and posting it like crazy. And when this happens, it's almost always a paid promotion. Goonie gangs will pay people to be like, all right, post about it and make video about us and do a lot of things. And YouTubers will almost always post about Goonie gangs because they get paid by it. So when you see this kind of stuff, you might think it might be a rug pull. And I'm not really sure if it's a rug pull. I don't want to say that out loud. I don't think it's going well either. The floor is not what it was, and people expected the hype. It's not where it is right now. It's pretty weak for something as big as this. Just all fun. People can mint. And this guy, Amir Hussein, he was pretty big. He did a lot of paid promotion. And then he asked to remove his name, and they didn't. Plenty of others will also do paid promotions, so really look out for the people. If the people you following are doing Goonie gangs, then you already know that you should not follow them. They are, I wouldn't say scammers. I think that's a big word, but they're only giving that advice because they were paid to say it. A lot of people are going to lose money in the NFT space. So do your own research. Really, I understand it is difficult. I understand you need to trust someone else, but these big YouTube influencers are why you are trusting them. Just because they have a big following, you should not believe what they say. Do a little bit of your own time. I understand it's difficult. I do. It's a cool art. Yeah, you're gonna invest in it. You see other people whitelisting in it, but in reality, behind the scene, it's just artificial hype. And we saw this not just here, not in the exact same way, but Pixelmon. This hype came from the idea that there would be like a game instantly, and that's all like what the founder said. And I can't believe what's coming, but it's crazy. Trust me, this is going to be insane. Basically, and they give like a little bit of teasers like this, and wow, look, it looks a good look. It's a Pokemon game and an NFT so people were like fighting for the spots. It make it very scarce. By only dropping the invite links, like very rarely, the people were staying up in the middle of the night, so everyone who got into this. And when it comes to the mint date, when people can reveal the NFT, it's like, hey, the price wasn't for a Dutch auction, and they just made it up, and they were going to 3 Ethereum, and people were like willing to pay through each because they thought it was going to be huge. And then afterwards, price and the demo you could play for, we're going to start working on the game now. Like you can't do that. Like imagine if I go, like, all right, this is a new Call of Duty game. It's gonna be the sickest thing ever. Like you will best thing you will ever play in your life. And look, here's a demo, but all the money that we funded will be used to make the game, so you might be able to play it later. It's not right to do that. To charge people that much, it's just you don't have to do something like that. Some artificial hype, but that's the space we are in now. It's a very, very, very bad thing. I don't want to say Hate Beast did the same thing, but Hate Beast was not as big and as good looking with the NFT that it was, and this isn't a happy start. And this is gonna get a lot more often. I really, really hope this will be the last time, but I don't think it will be. They're just like they were very cocky. They're like, yeah, we're gonna do this. We're hyping up, and they told their white list people to list for 30 days. So you can't do that as a project. Tell the people that they are buying that your project what to do with it or not to do with it. You can't do that. It's their NFT now. There are small signs that you can find where it is like, all right, we can't really live up to that project we've created, and a lot of people are depending on us. So we're gonna try and make it happen. We're gonna try and make it seem like we're doing the right thing, but make it scarce just to make the price go up. And there you go, the price went up. Although we saw a little drop with the hype, really rightly funny, so you can't get it started. So yeah, that was my little rant about it. These three projects being a little bit overhyped and how to avoid stuff like that. Like I said, it's just not easy to do because you're hearing all this different information all over the internet, and that's not doing your own research. Watching paid promotion on YouTube is not doing your own research. Watching crypto Twitter is not doing your own research. What are the found doing? It's like a real hype. It's a nice art, like Invisible Friends, for example. They rightfully deserve, like you see, this is really nice. They're dropping different hints, teasers, different like left and right. They're never saying like, oh, we're like Invisible Friends. We're like good. Or like we're gonna make interfaces. No roadmap, no promises, just vibe. That's it. That's basically what they do. And this is what NFT project are doing, but it should not be looking like this. They're not gonna live up to it. The price will just go down. So hopefully you guys learn to do your own research and not fall for the whole paid promotion thing. I really hope most of you guys did not go into Gooniez gang. I did not get a whitelist, And I'm actually pretty happy because I might have bought this as well. Always do your own research. Always, 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 always go to the Twitter and see what you can find out about the project, the people, if they're doxxed. It's at least a good sign. It's not a rug pull, but if they're not doxxed, you are taking a very big risk. I'm not saying it's risk free if they're doxxed, but you're choosing to invest in your hard earned money. So that's, yeah, that's all what I'm gonna say. And I hope you guys have